always have a great show. We always have a great show. But
Fun.
today, the show is super, super special. So I will need some help from Dori and Zach.
Oh.
I'm
no
including
problem.
them. They're going to be drumming.
Oh, man. Drum roll, please.
Introducing our Lincolnwood Barry
Okay.
Bass. So I just wanted to make it really dramatic.
Okay.
As always, I always like to be dramatic. And the reason I'm very keen on our mayor, because I am a resident of Lincolnwood from 2002 when my first son was born. He was born 2002, and I moved into the Lincolnwood trying to get a better schooling for my kids. He was just a baby. I'm like, I gotta get a good school for him, and of course I fall in love with this village. It's called Village of Lincolnwood, and it is surrounded and it's hugged by Chicago on the south side of the Lincolnwood. We have Morton Grove, we have Niles. We have Wilmette a little bit more north, Skokie, all these great suburbs. So it's just a really beautiful suburb to live in. It's safe, and of course the school district is amazing. So this is the reason I stayed in Lincolnwood since then. I moved from one house and I said, oh, I'm just going to Wilmette, and I moved to another house in Lincolnwood. So this is how much I love this city, and I wanted to introduce a mayor of the city because it's just I wanted to bring some lights to this beautiful area we live in, and I want to ask him some questions. So how are you doing, Barry, today?
I'm doing great, Maldina.
Mayor Barry.
And it's really an honor to be here today. So thank you, Randy.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Maldina,
You're welcome.
and everyone else. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yes, I'm very excited to have him, and then also I wanted to listeners to a little bit learn about Barry because I wanted him. When are you elected?
I was elected approximately April of 2017.
Okay, so this is really recent, and since then I did notice some changes in our city.
Just a few.
Just a few. Let's say since I've been living there since 2002, we had this purple hotel on Lincoln and Tui. It was ugly hotel, and then it got even more uglier because
It was
what they
vacant
did,
for 14 years.
they tear down. You know, I used to go to a party at a hotel, so it was
Oh, yeah.
and they tear it down, and then we have this ugly site, and we drive by this ugly site, and then mayor gets elected, and what happens then? He does what?
That was a core issue. In 2017, I think that was a primary issue, that we had 8.42 acres that have been vacant 12 to 14 years, and we needed something done. And I have to tell you, it was an eyesore, Maldina, you're correct. And I had parties there when it was a former Purple Hyatt Hotel. So that rolled up our sleeves like the brokers in this room understand. Is the day after elected, I went to work and went to centers of influence, networks of influence, and talked to every developer I could possibly find to gain interest, to come to Lincolnwood and say, we're open for business, we have a large parcel that's tied up in litigation, and how do we get out of this mess? And the bottom line was, used every municipal action possible legally to force a situation. And we're successful. After talking to numerous developers, including the developer of the old Simon Lincolnwood Town Center Mall, people were flying in, we generated interest. Then finally, April of this year, after a phone call to Richard Tucker of Tucker Development,